Hey everyone, it's Super NLES here, and I've got some exciting news for all you Pokemon Scarlet and Violet players out there. Are you ready to take on the ultimate challenge and become a true Shinobi Master? Because the next 7-star Tera Raid event is none other than the stealthy and powerful Greninja. But don't just take my word for it, let's dive into everything we know about this upcoming raid and the best strategies to take it down. First of all, it's important to note that Greninja will have the Mightiest Mark and will be Shiny Locked. But don't worry, you'll have 2 chances to catch it during the 2-weekend event happening on January 27th to 29th and again on February 10th to 12th. These events start at midnight UTC or 7 p.m. Eastern the day before, so January 26th and February 9th. If that wasn't enough, during this event there will also be spotlight raids for 4 and 5-star Lucario and Bronzong. These 2 Pokemon may be very suitable to take into the raid, but we'll talk about that later. Now let's talk about Greninja itself. It's likely to have the hidden ability Protean, which may not have much impact in the raid, as we've seen with the Libero Cinderace, but there's also a small chance it could have the other hidden ability, Battle Bond. Now, Battle Bond has changed in the previous generations. It no longer powers up Water Shuriken and changes Greninja, but in fact gives you a one-time bonus of +1 to attack, special attack, and speed. The reason why I don't think Battle Bond will be the hidden ability, though, is that currently on Bulbapedia, it says that Pokemon with the Battle Bond ability cannot breed. Now, I don't know if this is still the case for Gen 9, but I'm going to assume that if that were the case, that would mean that this Greninja is Shiny Locked in the event and also Shiny Locked from just ever being bred, which would be a really hard thing to take, considering we are able to Shiny breed the Cinderace and the Charizard from the previous 2 raids. Now, as for its moveset, it's a bit of a mixed bag with base 95 and 103 attack and special attack, respectively. So it's speculated that it could have a mixed moveset. And speaking of moves, we're guessing it will have Gunk Shot, Hydro Pump, Dark Pulse, Blizzard, and its signature move, Water Shuriken. But it could also have Acrobatics, Swords Dance, and potentially even Taunt. I would like to think that Taunt could be in here to prevent us from all these one-shot builds we've been doing with a Charizard and Cinderace. Now let's talk about the best Pokemon to prepare for this raid. We are currently recommending Clodsire, Toxapex, Lucario, Bronzong, and an honorable mention going out to Toxicroak. For Clodsire, you'll want to invest in HP and special attack EVs and have the water absorbability to avoid water attacks and heal up for a quarter of your HP. For the moveset, you'll have Earth Power as your main damage dealer, Acid Spray to lower the opponent's special defense, and Stockpile to increase your own bulkiness. The last move is a flex spot. You can choose Recover if you want to solo the raid, or Chilling Water for a better option if you're running the raid online. Lastly, equip Leftovers as your held item to keep your health topped up. Keep in mind that Clodsire is vulnerable to ice types, so be aware that a Terastallized Blizzard from Greninja will still pack a punch even if it's lacking stab. Toxapex is already a solid Pokemon for raids, so if you already have one built up, grab it for the raid. If not, invest 252 EVs in HP and special attack, and any ability you have is fine. Equip Leftovers to help with health management during the raid, and for moves, we're going to be using Mud Shot to lower speed, Acid Spray to lower defense, Chilling Water to lower defense, and Iron Defense to raise your physical defense as needed. You could use Stockpile instead of Iron Defense, but Toxapex is already fairly bulky. Lucario is a great option to bring into the raid. Invest 252 EVs in HP and special attack, and aim for the Psychic Tera typing. Use the Psychic moveset of Calm Mind, Nasty Plot, Iron Defense, and Psychic. For the ability, get Justified, which is the hidden ability and can be earned easily from the Lucario raids during this event, as it raises your attack stage by 1 whenever hit by a Dark type attack. If you want to go for a physical attacker with the Justified ability, you're going to want to use the moves Screech, Swords Dance, and Earthquake, and you can add in Heal Pulse or Life Dew for added support. Bronzong is another potential Pokemon to bring into the raid. Again, we're going to be investing HP and special attack EVs, or you can choose HP and special defense or physical defense if you want to go for a more support role. Bronzong has Steel typing, making it immune to poison, but it can still be weak to Dark type attacks, which Greninja may have in its move pool, as Greninja has access to Night Slash and Dark Pulse. Use a moveset of Calm Mind, Stored Power, Iron Defense, and Metal Sound, and equip Leftovers or a Weakness Policy for added stat boosts. This would be similar to the Slowbro build that we used against Cinderace, where you're going to be trying to get as much stat ups as you can to hit it with a heavy stored power. Now, Toxicroak is an honorable mention for this raid. It has access to Dry Skin, making it immune to water attacks, and it's resistant naturally to poison and dark type attacks that Greninja will likely have. For builds, I recommend a physical moveset of 252 attack and HP, and using Earthquake, Swords Dance, Bulk Up, and Taunt. Taunt to avoid any setup moves the Greninja may have access to. But you can also choose to include Acid Spray or Mud Shot for added support. Keep in mind that Toxicroak does not have any stat down moves like Screech or Metal Sound, so its support options are limited and its survival rate is lower than the other 4 we've mentioned. Remember, there are likely more options, and some standard support Pokemon like Chansey and Prankster Grimmsnarl may also be good to bring in for support. Keep in mind Greninja's Tera typing and moveset, and avoid Pokemon that may get one-shotted by a Terastallized Gunk Shot or a 4 times affected Hydro Pump. But remember, this is all just speculation, and we won't know for sure until the raid begins. So trainers, don't miss out on this exciting opportunity to become the ultimate Shinobi Master and take down Greninja. Mark your calendars for January 27th to 29th and February 10th to 12th, and join us in the battle for a chance to catch unrivaled Greninja. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to stay updated on all the latest Pokemon Scarlet, Violet, and news and strategies. See you on the battlefield, trainers.